Hello, my name is Gil Cheese, and welcome to another exciting edition of Reheat and Eat, where you know you won't go home hungry, unless you're at home right now watching this and you do happen to be hungry. Today, we will dive deep into the world of the ever-so-classic grilled cheese sandwich. A seemingly simple dish, the grilled cheese is admittedly an American favorite. Today, we will present to you the history of the sandwich and an insight into the way it is enjoyed by enthusiasts. By the end of our program, you will have a fresh outlook on how to prepare a grilled cheese at home, as well as order on the road. Let's get cooking. The invention of the grilled cheese sandwich is often a topic of debate, but apparently its origins can be traced back to the French croque monsieur, which was served by Parisian cafes in 1910. A modern grilled cheese sandwich is defined by taking 2 slices of buttered bread with cheese placed between them and frying the sandwich in a pan until the bread is golden and the cheese is melted. The grilled cheese sandwich takes many forms and has been present at some of the most important events in history. Cavemen had to hunt for their meals. The Greeks perfected grilled cheese as an art form. Egyptians were often buried with their earthly possessions. Napoleon was known to keep a sandwich in his shirt at all times. Declaration Day introduced many new ideas in America. Everyone thought the moon was made of cheese until Neil Armstrong took a bite of his moon cheese sandwich. You may ask yourself, how has this sandwich really affected us? We sent out our field reporter, Fran Fetta, to answer that very question.
Thanks, Gil. I'm here at UCF's Union Times Square asking fellow students how they feel about their grilled cheese sandwiches.
I love grilled cheese sandwiches, especially with a little ketchup and some salt, a lot of butter. Awesome.
Put one side on, let it heat up, and flip it over to another side until the cheese is nice and melty. And it's like dripping out of the bread.
Keep it on medium heat though, or you're gonna burn the grilled cheese.
Usually put it in a frying pan with the cheese on it, some butter on the bread to keep it from burning.
I like it burnt. I guess I would put it between 2 pieces of bread and stick it in toaster oven.
My mom used to take and stick the bread with butter inside the frying pan, but I never could figure that one out, so I do it in the microwave.
Put the cheese on the bread and take your hot iron when you don't have a toaster.
When I was a kid, I called them grilled cheese sandwiches. Sometimes I'd want a boy cheese sandwich because I'm a boy.
Put it on my little grilled cheese sandwich maker. It actually heats up any type of sandwich. And it'll be nice and crispy on the outside and nice and gooey on the inside.
I would get some plant-based oil instead of butter to put on it. Then I would get a slice of soy cheese put on there.
I use American cheese.
Why don't you use Velveeta? I don't know. My mom always put American on when I was little, so I guess I just kept using it.
I think grilled cheese is like the perfect comfort food. It's really good when you have it with soup.
Actually, I had a grilled cheese sandwich over at my friend's house once. Didn't taste good.
That's the word on the street, Gil. Back to you.
Thanks, Fran, for that report. As you can see, many of us have experienced the grilled cheese sandwich in our lives. We now take a moment with scientist Professor Parmesan to examine the seemingly simple dish.
Yes, Gil, we all had a grilled cheese sandwich for a casual lunch or dinner. But upon taking a closer look than you would from above your plate, we find a great deal of complexity to the sandwich. Here you find a basic grilled cheese sandwich, 2 slices of bread and a piece of cheese, and well, that's pretty much it. But the chemical reaction of cheese, bread, and butter when they come together is undeniably delicious. Depending on what types of ingredients are used and the manner in which they are prepared, you can have a masterpiece or a disaster piece. For preparing a grilled cheese at home, I strongly recommend a flat pan with small edges and even heat conduction. Plastic spatulas tend to be best for flipping the often fragile sandwich, and it will also keep your pan from getting scratched. A must for a true grilled cheese experience is a plastic plate or paper knife. Make sure to select a strong bread and a margarine or butter that evenly spreads, and cheeses range from gooey to stringy and can be the determining factor in sandwich success. Some recipes that we have found at the Institute of Grilled Cheese to be particularly wondrous include various combinations of the following:
white bread or Texas toast, American cheddar or Velveeta cheeses, additions of ham, bacon, or tomato dips such as blue cheese or ranch dressing.
As far as actual cooking technique goes to use of crowd-pleasing grilled cheese, the magic is in the kitchen.
To make a good sandwich, you need to start with good ingredients. Your bread, your cheese, and your butter are all important. Set the oven temperature on a low setting so as not to burn your grilled cheese. Spread the butter evenly and you'll get a nice, crisp sandwich. Make sure you set your cheese up so you can get it on the bread nice and fast. Then you're ready to build your sandwich. After you've got your sandwich built, just flip it a few times. Make sure not to press down on it, or else you'll get a flat sandwich, and nobody likes a flat sandwich. When it's time to serve your grilled cheese, a diagonal cut makes it much easier to eat.
And if you're too lazy to make your own grilled cheese sandwich, or find yourself hungry on the road, here are some suggestions on where to order an excellent sandwich. Steak and Shake. All of the basics are there. Flatter than most, but classic and cheap. See if they'll let you order off the kids' menu to save even more cash, but be sure to tip well. Friendly's Restaurants. A nice, thick grilled cheese available for less money than most other menu items. We recommend trying this version of the grilled cheese with bacon on it and dipping the sandwich in blue cheese dressing. And for those of you in the UCF area, Wackadoos in the Student Union serves up a mean one. A very buttery and flavorful sandwich and never disappoints the starving college student. And if you're fortunate enough to have graduated and now have a real job, try eBay for a grilled cheese treat. Now we have with us here one such college student whose life has been touched by this noble meal. Molly Mozzarella is a 7th-year senior and a culinary arts major. Molly, it is great to have you here with us.
It is my pleasure to be a part of such a tremendous sandwich.
It seems that you have a very personal interest in keeping the grilled cheese sandwich on menus around the world.
Yes, my wish is that everyone who hears my story will forever have hope in his or her heart for a better world. You see, not long ago, I was unhappy with my life. I didn't realize it because I was constantly on the move. School and work consumed my life so much so that I was taking sleep and food wherever I can get it. Then one day, I realized that I could be happy. I realized that there, on my plate, right in front of me, was a sandwich that can take me out of my boring world and brought me to a place where unicorns and rainbows abound. The responsibilities of the world seemed insignificant to comparison of the joy of eating that one golden, melty, ultimate satisfying grilled cheese sandwich. That meal 2 years ago at Travis's apartment changed my life. I haven't been the same ever since. Now I'm able to look forward to each new day knowing that for lunch or maybe for dinner, I will be at peace.
Quite a moving story from one satisfied customer. As our program concludes, I personally would like to thank our guest, reporter, chef, and scientist for sharing with us the joy that is a grilled cheese sandwich. Please join us next week when we look at the pros and cons of eating a strictly fast food diet. Be seeing you.
One. But then I cut off the crust.
You can get grilled cheeses at many of our off-campus locations. We have about 20 off-campus locations at University Meal Deal. You can get grilled cheeses at many of them. University Meal Deal.
I really feel for the animals that have to suffer in modern factory farming.
Are you actually filming me right now? Oh my God, please stop.
My favorite grilled cheese sandwich is the ones that you make with the iron, like prison style, and you just take the iron and
butter, bread, and cheese. American.
The best is when you put a little bologna in the middle. that's awesome. You throw a little bread on there with some butter, and it starts cooking, and then like a couple minutes later, you're good to go. And then if you cut it in the middle and then flip it over and make a little butterfly out of it, you're money. You're money.
I don't like grilled cheese sandwiches because American cheese